Today on the CTV News at 5. It's decision day on the blood reserve, and voters have 100 candidates to choose from. Plus, Taber turns over their ambulance service to the province. And
doing my best. I've actually dyed it with Just for Men, and I think that's helped me out quite a bit.
A closer look at the Hurricanes' Movember mustaches.
CTV News with Jackie Scantlebury.
Good afternoon. There is no shortage of candidates as members of the Blood Tribe vote for a new chief and council today. 100 names are on the ballot. There are 6 people running for chief, including incumbent Charles Weaselhead. 94 people are running for the 12 band council positions. Terry Vote reports.
The signs of an election are scattered throughout the Blood Reserve. The faces and names of those seeking a spot on band council. And if recent polls are any indication, incumbent Chief Charles Weaselhead is in for a tough 3-way fight, running a close second behind challenger Jordan Head in a recent online survey. As you can see by this campaign material, there are lots of people to choose from. There are 6 candidates running for chief, 94 for band council. Some voters say that shows the level of interest in this election. Others say it shows the need for change.
I think there can be a whole lot more done as far as the economics on our reserve.
There is a mood for change. Hopefully it's in the right direction.
But finding the right direction isn't always easy. The outgoing band council has worked hard to turn around the local economy, reopening a manufactured housing plant and signing gas and oil agreements that led to a new controversy over health concerns and fracking. For many voters, that shows the importance of choosing quality leaders.
You know, well-educated people I'd like to see on there because people have to understand what the issues are.
Being a young adult as I am, I feel it's important that our council, we pick the right people for our council.
Members of the Blood Tribe say they're looking for the same things that everyone wants, a place that cares for elders and children, and a reserve that offers jobs, education, and other opportunities for youth. Terry Vote, CTV News, on the Blood Reserve.
Polls will be open until 7 o'clock tonight. Blood Tribe members over the age of 21 can vote at the former school in Standoff or at the Friendship Center in Lethbridge. Meanwhile, residents of the Tsuut'ina Nation close to Calgary voted to elect a new band council there. Longtime former Chief Roy Whitney defeated Sanford Big Plume. Whitney was chief for 16 years until 2001. And the town of Taber is now turning over full control of their ambulance service to the province. Alberta Health Services will assume control of the service after town council voted unanimously on Monday to divest themselves of the operation. Mayor Ray Bryant says after careful consideration, this was deemed best for the town, which is currently running an unexpected deficit budget. AHS will take over official operations on March 31st of 2013. The lovely and talented Dory Roster is here for our first look at the forecast, and it looks like we're heading for a mild weekend, Dory.
Yeah, we're still on track for that. We've got a little bit of a disturbance midweek to get through, first of all. Not really a disturbance, but a chance of some precipitation making its way across. It's not an organized system, just a drift off from the west. And as that happens, we have a chance of seeing some precip. But I'll have all the details coming up in a couple of minutes.
Thank you, Dory. A BC couple is in stable condition tonight in Foothills Hospital after being mauled by a grizzly bear near Kimberley, BC Sunday. Peter Moody and his wife Susan Bond were walking near Cherry Creek near Kimberley, BC when they came across a mother bear and at least one cub that were feeding on a deer carcass. The grizzly attacked Susan and then turned on Peter when he tried to help. He managed to walk about 2 kilometers to a nearby home. Conservation officers say the pair suddenly found themselves just 5 meters from the mother bear.
It is a worst-case scenario to walk in on a grizzly bear, especially with cubs feeding on a carcass, and possibly also right alongside the creek, which takes away some of its other defenses, which is hearing. Probably the creek is flowing, so the bears can't hear the people walking.
Conservation officers say the bear has no history of aggression and was acting naturally under the circumstances, so they've decided not to destroy it. Coming up in our news at 6, we'll hear from the man who found the couple. We'll talk about a crime tale. Taber Vauxhall RCMP are dealing with a case of horsetail vandalism. Seriously, someone snuck onto a farm southwest of Taber last Thursday and chopped off the tails of 2 horses. While neither horse was hurt, it has affected their value. One horse was up for sale, but its owner says that's going to be harder to do now that, as she says, it looks pretty ridiculous and kind of odd. One horse had about half a meter of hair lopped off, and the second horse lost a chunk of its tail. If you have any information, you're urged to contact Taber Vauxhall RCMP or Crime Stoppers. And it appears that Lethbridge's mayor isn't the only high-profile city official to be honored with the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Medal. So is the Chief of Police. Lieutenant Governor Donald Ethel and Premier Alison Redford will present Chief Tom McKenzie with his medal at a ceremony at Mount Royal University on Friday. McKenzie has been with the police service for over 3 decades. The medal celebrates volunteerism in Canada in recognition of the Queen's 60th year on the throne. Habitat for Humanity, the Home Program, and police officers patrolling the downtown beat are being recognized for efforts to end homelessness in Lethbridge. The community is honoring individuals, businesses, and developers who've been trying to address the need for more affordable housing. The Housing Awards luncheon is held in honor of National Housing Day. That's today. And over the past year, members of the downtown police beat have shifted their focus from handing out tickets and taking people to the drunk tank and instead trying to find ways to keep them off the streets. Officers say they're getting more respect and seeing fewer people drinking or sleeping in the bushes.
We've realized that what we were doing in the past is just not effective, and we're dealing with the same people over and over. So we're trying to find new ways through housing, through working with mental health and outreach, and trying to keep these people from dealing with us on a daily basis. And for the most part, it's been successful. We've had some failures, but it's definitely a more rewarding feeling than the traditional policing of the past.
The police service was recognized for outstanding leadership in Housing First. Habitat for Humanity and the Home Program received the Excellence in Innovative Partnerships Award. Well, if you're walking around parts of Medicine Hat, you and your feet may notice something different. Various sections of the sidewalks are now rubber. It's part of a pilot project by the city's Municipal Works Department. A wing of the staff to monitor the maintenance and durability of the product over the next few years. The use of rubber as an alternative for sidewalk construction is expected to prevent the formation of cracks, breaks, and trip hazards that can occur with concrete. Approximately 325 meters of recycled rubber has been installed so far, and due to the environmental benefits of the product, the Alberta Recycling Management Authority has awarded a $25,000 grant to the City of Medicine Hat. Officers and staff with the Blood Tribe Police Service are hoping to bring Christmas to low-income families on the reserve this year. They're organizing a Toys for Tots campaign to make sure all children experience the joy of receiving a gift at Christmas. The police service is hoping to get support from people and businesses across southern Alberta. Members will be working with the local food bank to identify low-income families. And they'll also be watching for children who would otherwise miss out on the joy of the holiday season.
And during the Christmas holidays, we actually have go to a lot of complaints where you see actually no signs of Christmas in the residents. And a lot of times the kids go without. And with our major employment on reserve, it's about 80% of our people. We actually have a lot of people who actually don't have a chance to provide Christmas for their families. Even the most hardened and seasoned veteran police officer will get a lump in his throat.
The Blood Tribe Police are collecting toys for children up to 16 years of age, as well as cash, clothing, and candy. Donations can be dropped off at the Blood Tribe Police Station, or if you aren't able to get to the reserve, you can make arrangements to have someone pick up your donation. You can call the Blood Tribe Police at 403-737-8800, and they will pass that information along. Well, we often get asked this question, when are you guys going to be on satellite? And we can tell you it is going to be on Thursday. We're excited to share that starting November the 29th, you can find CTV Lethbridge on Bell Expressview Satellite. It will be on channel 643 on Bell. Now, we're still available on Shaw Cable Channel 3, TELUS Optic TV Channel 3, or channel 609 on TELUS in HD. This week's Farm.tv takes us to Coaldale, where we learn more about the Gem of the West Museum. Here's Mike LeBlanc.
Located in what was once a Mennonite Brethren church, Coaldale's Gem of the West Museum houses a unique collection of artifacts, some dating back thousands of years.
The church was built in the late 1930s by the Mennonite Brethren church here in Coaldale. They needed a larger building, and so they built this building, I understand, over a very, very short period of time.
The museum first opened in 1995 and attracts 4,000 to 5,000 visitors a year.
I think it's one of the larger museums we understand here in Alberta, rural museums, and we have a lot of cultural here from different areas within the museum. We have the Japanese room, we have a Dutch room, we have Hungarian, all the different cultural people that came to this area and settled here and brought their unique items and time period things here, and they've donated these back to the museum, and so we have those on display.
In addition to the many themed rooms and other displays, there's a large archaeological section. An art gallery sponsored by Scotiabank was opened in the fall of 2012. The museum is open daily from May 1st until September 1st and can be opened by appointment the rest of the year.
Farm TV is brought to you by DA Building Systems.
Coming up after the break, Dory's going to tell us more about that wild, mild weekend that's on the way. First, though, here's a look at the day's markets.